It's one of the globe's most famous football venues, but this crowd of 60,000 plus is gathered to watch a different type of football. Welcome to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And we are underway in London. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense, getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs, because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. And oh, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
First play is to the air. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Playing in your own building, a little extra adrenaline as they take the field. No surprise, this home team feeds and plays off the crowd. First play of the game, and already we're seeing an impact being made defensively.
Big play to start the game. Defense comes out firing. It's 2nd and long. They get 7 on the run, but still 3rd and 13 to go.
Well, that draw gets them as many yards as a lot of passes would right there. And until this defense proves they can stop these draw plays, you can expect to see them worked into the game plan throughout.
And it's a nickel look from the Jets. 3rd down. Throwing here, Nix. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Brought down before the return gets far. So now it's the Jets getting out on offense for their opening drive. Leading them out now in his 5th season here in the NFL. Won 4 of his 6 starts last year. Justin Fields.
While his 4-2 record wasn't good enough to keep the starting job in Pittsburgh over Russell Wilson, that performance was enough to show the rest of the NFL there's still potential in him to go lead a franchise.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
1st down, ball at the 36. Here's Hall once more. Has another lane. And he has this all the way across the opposing 45. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's another Jets 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Fields. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Back to their own side of the field now, Brock. This is 2nd and long. Another try following the sack. And they get to him again. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to 3rd down.
Well, we're already seeing his leg's going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Kicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. So that's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Denver offense taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 20-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
It's a gain of 27
They get 27 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He's running with it. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
There's the fake. Here's Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's going for it again.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Handoff goes to Dobbins, running left. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
He was taken down.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Putting a receiver in motion. Dobbins on 1st and goal. And so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. This one's caught.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
Couldn't get it the last 2 snaps. Another shot at 6 here on 3rd and goal. Nick's looking to throw. He tries to set up the screen. Dobbins. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Going on 4th. Here's Nix. And they take this in for the score. The Broncos take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. It's a Bo Nix touchdown.
What an absolute bonus for this offensive coordinator when you've got a QB that can create. And what a nightmare for a defense as they just get run on.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Jets, nothing.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
Here's Isaiah Davis on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The 2nd drive coming up now for the Jets offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that 1st drive ended in a punt. First call here coming from the shotgun. They start the drive and call. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 27-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They go right back to home. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Fields on 3rd. No one open, so he checks this to another county.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Another punt coming up. Austin McNamara to again do the honors. His work begins at the 31. Gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood in midfield. Denver set to take the field on offense. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's good. Broncos, 1st down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Going to the ground again on 1st. That one only good for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Nick's off the play action. This is Ingram working the left side. He's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on a big play down to the 19. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to have this down to the 7. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Broncos pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's a Bo Nix touchdown.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
We need these
two-point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
14, Jets nothing.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first two possessions. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Fields. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And his charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jets 16-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. When I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
For the Broncos field goal, a 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Play action with Nix. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Get the fullback involved here. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
The
Maybe a 5-yard gain. That brings up 3rd and goal.
So many offenses will script Kate the first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser used stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue to push for the goal line.
3rd and goal. Here's Nix. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos push their lead to 21-zip already.
Jets, nothing. Will Lutz to
Here's
kick
Lutz
off
set to
for the
kick this
Broncos.
away. On the return, here comes Davis. He's brought down just inside the 25. Jets offense now set to take over. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. They'll start this one out with Hall. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Off play action, it's Fields. Now he takes it. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 21-0 our score. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Fields gets it out line quick. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. They bring Wilson in motion right. Play action, Fields. Rolling out to his left. He tucks it and takes off. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for a Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
That's caught. It's Breece Hall. He's out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they can be set up with 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They go to him again. Takes out a one-stop. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Give them 3 yards, and they're just inches away on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and
Okay, this is going to
goal.
be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
They weren't particularly interested in disguising that call, Brock. The defense knew it was coming, and they make the stop.
Yeah, even against a prepared defense, you still expect to at least get a yard, get that surge, get that push. We've been so used to seeing it. That's a real tip of the cap to the defense to get that stop.
He will not escape the rush on 4th and goal. That's a sack. This is going to be a turnover on downs. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. On the play fake, here's Nix. He finds Ingram, working downfield here. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
The 35-yard line.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
And Nick slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that 1st down.
A gain of 17
As long as these are the
yards.
results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing off the play fake here. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Trying again, following the sack. Connecting on the slant. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
It sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him at the 38. A give right side to Dobbins. Along this sideline inside the 25. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That's going to pick up the 1st first down after a gain of 26.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Nix from the gun. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Now Nix. He's got the hook up to Ingram. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 1
You know, Kate,
line.
they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Dobbins does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
For a linebacker to make a tackle for loss on a toss play like that, yes, it's about speed, but even more so, Kate, that was a perfect angle he took.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. To throw, here's Nix. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos continue piling onto this lead.
Jets, nothing.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Field. Right side, this is caught by Taylor. He hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Shotgun snap to Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Fields out of the gun. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Hall running between the tackles. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Wilson on the slant. And they bring him down around the 34.
Garrett Wilson. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Third and just 2 to go. Here's Fields to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll make a big for it on the ground. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Hall takes it straight ahead. Space to the left. And he's finally brought down at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Eyes top. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. Another try following the sack. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core. Football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
3rd and goal. The offense hoping something can finally go right here. Fields sneaking it. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Jets fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Point after by Folk is up and good. And the Jets cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Jets 7.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. There has been nothing that can stop them, so we got to assume this drive, Brock, likely going to end in a touchdown as well. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Looking on the ground here with Dobbins. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Running it again with Dobbins. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Britain. And it's the Broncos. With it, 1st and 10. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Nix with it on 1st. Puts some power on a deep one left. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Again on 2nd and 10. Nix finds Mims. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
At the 35-yard line.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Hits him on the end route. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 18-yard line.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Nix. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Getting out to his left. And he's tackled for a short gain. The Jets take their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's 4th down.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. From the left hash, 34 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
Will Lutz to
Here's
kick
Lutz
off
set to
for the
kick this
Broncos.
away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Jets getting one final go at it on offense here before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Back to throw. Here's Fields. Connects with his back. Hall. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 6 coming up here. Field throwing here. And this won't be Cox. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Trying to get that one to Arian Smith. And it's 3rd down now.
Geesh, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Fields on 3rd. Oh, he's going to run for it. 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We've got whistles. It's a timeout.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. He's back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Two quarters to go from London Town, and here we go in our second half. Wangu now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Looking to throw Fields. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Fields looking to throw. It's caught by Wilson. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Play action now. It's Fields. Finding Reynolds. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on first down.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Fields throwing once more. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Out of the backfield, looking for Breece Hall there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Throwing again, it's Fields. Chased out to his right. He's running for it. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Fields to throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And this one does not go far.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Fields. Finds the in route complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Coming right is Hall. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
14-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Fields out of the gun. This throw is caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Yards on the play.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Hall does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. It's Hall again. And he can't punch it in. Man, the defense punches back, sticks him at at the 2.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Need a touchdown here as they line up for 3rd and goal. Now Fields. Set up the screen here for Hall. And in, touchdown, New York! The Jets cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Aaron Glenn keeping his kicker on the sideline, Brock. He wants to here.
The Jets.
They send it straight over the middle. And no, he can't reach the end zone again. Got them the touchdown, but cannot add on another 2. That came right up to the doorstep of success. Nice play, though, to make some contact and stop him a yard shy of the conversion.
Yeah, these defenders, they just want to get to that next play. After you give them a touchdown, even if it's not their fault, right? Snap and clear. And that hyper-focus and extra motivation led them to sniffing out that call and being able to react just in the nick of time.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Quick on the drop here to Dobbins. Spins out one stop. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Nix from the gun. Able to get it to Franklin. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36. To throw, here's Nix. Complete to Mims. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Dobbins trying the right side. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now Nix. Trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. Jukes one defender. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They're set up at the 35 now. straight ahead. Here's Dobbins. Has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
12 more yards. That's another Broncos first down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Nix with it on first. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. Cortland Sutton the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again.
Broncos 38, Jets 13.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
Wangu now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down to the 28-yard line.
Complete to Josh Reynolds. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, a gift to home. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Here's Fields to throw. Gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, with some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
They fake the handoff. Now Fields. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
A give left side for home. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Off play action, it's Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Back to throw. Here's Fields. He finds its target. That's Taylor. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless. He took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. This is home. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Now it's Field. That's caught at the 4. He's out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they can be set up with first and goal.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
They'll run here. It's home. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Fields looking to throw. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
Folk on now to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets make it an 18-point game.
Broncos 38, Jets 20.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Marvin Mims now to return it. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Again on 2nd and 10. Nix. Finds Dobbins with the dump off. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Now Nix on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9
Move the
yards.
chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 41. A give to Dobbins. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Broncos have the football, Brock, and with that lead, might have a win in just a little while, too. Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that will be good for a Denver first.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line as defense all over this one.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's smartly won't risk something here. Just chucks it away.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Nix now to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. The Jets are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And how is that for some breathing room, huh, Brock? Gets him away from the goal line up to the 20. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Yeah, you want to get about 5 yards to carry? I'll put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Pistol snap, Fields. Ball in left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
First down throw for Fields. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to second down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Fields throwing once more. Steps up and he's running with it. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
13 yards on the play.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Off the play fake, it's Fields. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Fields out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. They'll make a big play on the ground. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Fields on first down. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Fields to throw it. Got a screen to the running back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Offense going with a 4-receiver set, 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion's still pretty good for the defense.
Now can't blame them looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Rolling left, buying some time. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Jet in some discomfort following that play. Ball at the 33 for first down. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Next, quick out wide, complete. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's another Broncos first down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. Maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
A gain of 20.
That's such a magnificent run. Quick story time. My first NFL start. Ricky Waters does the same thing. Gets the ball inside and near that goal line. Now I get in the huddle. Ricky says, give Ricky the ball. Time to give Ricky the ball. You pay off a running back after such a tremendous effort.
Fullback trying to power him across. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to his safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Trying again from the 2. It's second and goal. Running forward with Dobbins. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos put up even more points in a win. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos continue adding on to that lead.
Jets 20.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
On the return, here comes Davis. Juke the defender. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Jets are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. New York to the line, first and 10. Reynolds, the motion man left. Fields gets it out wide quick. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 41. Field throwing here. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off play action, it's Fields. Caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Broncos corral it! Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done, partner. They take it away on the fumble.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, it freed that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
So here comes the Bronco offense. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
They've got 1st down from the 31. It's a give here for Dobbins. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
He's brought down at the
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Running it again with Dobbins. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
That linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field. All I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Nix from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
He's brought down at
They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Nix. Completed over the middle. This is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. A very short kick here from the right hand. The kick by Lutz is good, and that gives them a 28-point advantage.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
On the return, here comes Davis. This makes it up to the 25. The Jets out to begin another drive. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Second down and 10, Fields. The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
This defense been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
Four guys out wide. Here we go, third and long. We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Jets just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Here's Fields to throw. On the move, headed right. Ooh, and before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Here's first and 10 from the 34. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Look at the draw here to Dobbins. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Give them an even 10 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
If you really study the great teams when it comes to running that play, that draw concept, watch the offensive line's pad level. Those defenders, those linebackers, they're looking for cues and tells. That offensive line gives it away, that play gets hit in the mouth. Instead, those guys sold it just perfectly, and the yards follow.
And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
So it's a win for the Broncos. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Bronk, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we say cheerio from London.